Hi, this is Cindy from Part Time Permies, and we've had some chicken drama this week. So last week we had 10 roosters in this flock of, at that time, I believe it was like 31 birds. So that was not a good number. 8 of them had just basically matured, were starting to crow, starting to chase the girls around, starting to chase each other off the girls. It was just too many roosters for the flock. And we've been meaning to have a butcher day sometime coming up, but we needed good weather to be able to do that. On Tuesday, we took 8 roosters and put them in this garden area into this coop so they could start, fertilizing our little raised bed area and to cause less drama. They don't chase each other around so much if there's not so many girls to go after. So we did that. That was fine until yesterday. Mike noticed that 2 of these roosters had gotten out. Like, that's fine, we'll just get them in the evening time again. I get home and just look out the window, and I notice that along this fence line, one of my young roosters, which I was going to keep, and one of the roosters that had escaped were completely fighting through the fence. It was evening time. I think they were mainly headed back to bed, and probably that rooster that escaped wanted to go back to the main flock and into the main coop. So that was a problem. In fact, they were fighting each other through this fence so bad, they had pretty much bloodied each other up. I don't know if you could see on the fence here. There we go. That is definitely evidence of that fight. Just a heads up that these guys look worse than they actually are, but this was the guy, the escapee from the garden coop. We had one other escapee. He didn't get involved in the fight. He was avoiding it. This guy has been known to be a little bit of an instigator. And you can see his front is a little pink still from the blood, but it was mainly his coop. They are not seriously injured. And he's trying to get out of this little area. Which I don't blame him. So I put that guy in here. I put the other one, I guess this is a dog crate technically, not that any of my dogs have ever fit into this crate. We use it as a cat crate. But this was the guy who I was trying to keep for the main flock. And both of them bloody all down their front. The only injuries I could actually see that were oozing were on their combs. So I think they're both fine. They were just attacking each other's combs. Obviously, they both want out of their confined spaces. So what I'm going to do so that the other chickens don't start pecking at all that blood is I'm going to try to wash them up a little bit. Oh my gosh. One thing I was worried about last night was it was supposed to be cold. We got down. When I woke up this morning, it was 12 degrees. So I was a little concerned about the guy in this coop because I did not have any wind block set up. I just put them in there. I just put this wind block up there, but it's like 40 some now, so they're fine. The other guy had in the barn, so he was warmer. But I was a little concerned that it got so cold and how he would do, but he seems absolutely fine, so we're good. But I did want to wash them up. It is still chilly out here. It's in the 40s. But I got some warm water with a little bit of dish soap. I figured I'd wash this guy, at least start by washing the guy I'm going to keep in the main flock. And so that he doesn't get picked on when I put him back in there. So I have a bucket of warm water, a little bit of soap, dish soap in it, a little mild soap basically. I have my rooster, one of them. He's got food and water in my way, so let me get that out of the way. He's nervous because he was inside in the peaceful barn until just now, so we're gonna grab him and we're just gonna see if we can rub off most of that blood that dripped down his front. You okay? You are okay. No need to freak out so much. Get those wings in. Hi. See? You're just fine. Yeah, there's your enemies over there. Okay, buddy? How are you doing? We did clean up his comb a little bit. We put some iodine on it, just some antiseptic, to make sure it didn't get infected. And you can see all of this pink, most of it has worn off, dried off, and flaked off, I think. But most of it came from right up in here. And that actually has scabbed over now, so that's good. We're just going to try to get some of this dried blood off of him. I know it's wet, it's chilly. He's probably not going to like it much. We'll dry him off with an old towel and see if we can get him clean enough so that we can put him back into the main flock without him looking like a victim, because when they look like a victim, they're more likely to get picked on by the other hens and roosters. So, see how well this works. And I didn't want to do this early this morning just because it was so cold this morning, but it's warmed up so much that I think we'll be okay. I will towel dry him a bit. It's not like I'm getting his whole body wet. And I think being outside in the sunshine, he'll actually dry off pretty darn quick. And this water is lukewarm, so that should help too. And get you all clean. It's a good opportunity. Hey, no pecking at me. Good opportunity to make sure he doesn't have any other injuries, but I think he's just fine. No, you're not going anywhere. You can't go anywhere. Thanks. Thanks, dude. No, you're good. Are we clean enough? Does that say, you say enough is enough? I know. Hold on, let's dry you off. Buddy. Nope, nope, no, no, no. You're okay. Are we dry enough yet? I know you don't like it when I go on the back of your neck. Okay. Should we go check out the ladies in the sunshine? Lucky. He's okay. Apparently I'm the big bad monster today. Lucky was upset that I grabbed at the chickens today. He was actually already in bed when I pulled them apart yesterday. Are you clean enough now? You ready to go join your flock again? We got to make sure that somebody doesn't attack you, though. That's Lucky. It's okay, Lucky. I'm the big bad monster now, although I give treats. That is Leapy. So he is the boss of this flock. And he wasn't minding this guy for the last few days. They seem to get along. Of course, this guy seemed to recognize Leapy as boss. But when I reintroduce, I don't want him getting attacked. It's only been gone for one night, but it's amazing how quickly they could get used to not having another rooster around. What do you think, Lucky? Should we add this guy to the flock? If Leapy's going that direction, I might add this guy over here, but I have to get in the fence first. Oh boy, that's good stuff. Uh-oh, here comes the boss. Yeah, I know you're hungry. You did the rooster is great food over here call. All the girls came, but the big boss came too. And the bigger boss. Nice thing about this space is they do have room. Leapy, what are you thinking of? He does respect you. He runs away. You okay, little boy? It's icy water, Lucky. It's also kind of dirty. Oh, Gus chased him away. Gus was upset that the two boys were fighting this morning, or last night. But you can see, he definitely respects Leapy. Leapy's the boss of this flock. Leapy seems to be stalking him a little bit, not too happy that he has another rooster back in here. We'll have to watch their interactions. Because as that little one gets bigger, he might become a little more of a threat to Leapy. But at this point, he definitely gives Leapy space, even though Leapy's like, who the heck are you? Why are you in my flock? He gives the space. And I think Leapy's given up a little. Back into the ice water. We really need to clean out that pool for you, Lucky. It's dirty again. Gotta turn on our outside water to be able to do that, though. The other drama this week has been the fact that when we come in here to look for eggs, we have good eggs. A broody girl. And another broody girl. And this one's just laying an egg, but I heard someone in here complaining of being crowded out. I think one of these two were complaining when this one just came in here to come lay an egg. So we got to figure out what to do with these two broody girls. You can see their tails are sticking straight up. They're watching me like a hawk. Like, don't touch me. Whereas this girl, she's watching me. But she looks actually a little more relaxed, less puffed up. So, broody number 1. I think that might be Houdini, actually. And broody number 2. And a bunch of girls laying. So, cool thing is, if you look at those eggs, the one on the left is blue. I have blue layers, I have green layers. Obviously my old rooster must have been a mix. Either that or we have some new mutations. With that many blue and green eggs, I'm guessing the rooster had some South American chicken blood in it. That previous rooster was supposed to be a Chanticleer, but he wasn't white, so I'm guessing he was mixed. So, yeah, I think he had some other blood in him, some of the blue or green egg layers, so we've definitely got some genetics mix in here, which is kind of cool. We now have rainbow eggs to sell, which is fun too. So, the problem with 2 more broody girls. Okay, the problem with having 2 more broody girls is where to put them. I haven't had a chance to build another nursery coop, which I've been meaning to do. It'd be nice to have 3 of them. But, of course, Silky Mama and her babies are in here. And they're doing great. I just moved them out here. There's not much grass in the section, but we'll start moving them around. I put up these old windows, not to seal them off or anything, because there's obviously room for airflow, but to give them a little warmth, a little bit of a greenhouse effect in there. And they have the choice of whether or not they want to be in the sunny spots under the window or section that's not under the window. Gives them some options. Also helps cut the wind. I also have this coop, but of course I put one of my bloodied chickens in there, roosters. The instigator is locked in here. Now the problem is, I've tried fixing this once already, and I think I'm just going to have to get some new hardware. These hinges right here, are so small and so hard to get on little bits of wood that it almost always splits the wood. You can see that. Plus it's on such an angle that it's really hard to get the screw to go in straight. It always goes on an angle. Because if I'm going to put a mom in here, as soon as I get this bad boy out, then I need them to be secure. I do have that one nursery coop that I could fix up, but the question is where to put the other one. And I guess for temporary purposes, I could put the other one and set them up in this crate, but we tend to use that on butcher day, and we need a butcher day in here. Chicken math definitely turns into coop math, but I would like to give them eggs this weekend, so I might temporarily put them in this little coop. And once I get this instigator cleaned up, I will put one in there, but I also want to fix that roof before I put her in there. Question is time. I would love to do it today. I'm not sure if I have enough time today. Makes it a little hard to get everything done here. But it is spring and things are picking up, so we'll figure that out. But for right now, I think we've got our roosters figured out. If you look in here, there's the little boy I just cleaned up. And Leapy is over there trying to get girls to come eat pasta with him. So I think we're worked out here. I just gotta work out the other guy, get him in with the other roosters. Flock woes. Oh well. We'll figure things out. So I'll give you a heads up on setting up my other broody girls when that happens, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Please like, subscribe, and comment below, and we'll see you with the next video. And Gus, would you quit messing with my sap bag? I tied that bag around the tree because he kept pulling the bag down. But he's still messing with the sap bag. That's the one on the walnut tree. And I have not gotten any walnut sap yet, Gus, because he keeps pulling the bag off.